So, welcome to my spoilers discussion of Obi Wan Kenobi, episode 4, aka the worst episode in the show so far. Only 2 episodes left, mind you, so it's saying a lot. So the episode opens with Kenobi being brought to some planet, another rebel base. What a shock. And most of the episode is a rescue mission, a very poorly executed rescue mission that honestly should have never happened in the first place. But here's the problem. I already mentioned this briefly, but this is a freaking Inquisitor base, an Imperial base. There should be stormtroopers crawling on every freaking floor and every freaking hallway, because I know no one's stupid enough to actually go there. It's like, at least I can give him props because he actually slipped in underwater like Cal in Fallen Order. I'll give him props there. But the rest of the time, how is no one seeing him? He looks like a Jedi, dressed like a freaking Jedi. He's just waltzing in there. Just walking around freely, and it's like there's no stakes. He got one other ally with them, and she's clearly, she should have been caught too. I don't think it should have gotten away with half of what they got away with. This comes across too easy to me. I really don't like that, you know. This reminds me of Rey in Disney Wars trilogy, who was just doing it and pulling force powers out of her ass with no training. And mind you, the previous episode, Kenobi can barely hold his own against freaking Vader, who's mopping the floor with him. And he goes to the base the next freaking episode, and like, oh, you gotta heal, because the episode opens with him being in a Bacta tank, healing from his wounds, and he's hearing Vader's voice in his head. At the same time, Vader's in the Bacta tank. And so he starts to panic and comes back to the surface. And he's like, oh, where's Leia? And then they started playing this rescue mission, stupid rescue mission. Even though realistically, A, she shouldn't have been captured. B, you should be reflecting on shit that's going on. Like, this show should be a character study, not an action-packed drama. It was starting to be a character study when it started out. It was pretty good. I think it's starting to slip in quality a little bit. Not terribly, but come on. I don't know, I just think it's terrible writing, honestly. It's terrible writing. It's like, just going into the Vader thing. So Reva's failed twice now with delivering Kenobi to Vader. Vader could have gotten in the last episode. I assumed he would be waiting for him if he was dumb enough to go after the kid on the Inquisitor base, because he was waiting for a freaking Cal in them in Fallen Order. Because, you know, it's like he oversees the freaking Inquisitor, so why the hell wouldn't he be there? He even asked if Vader was going to be there. I was like, is Vader going to be there? Because he was like scared shitless. It's like, because I guarantee if he knew Vader was going to be there, he wouldn't have gone. So at least there's still some of that consistency. Overall, it's a pretty weak episode. I'm really concerned. And Quinlan Voss, like, could we please get Quinlan Voss, like, drop his name, like, you don't show him in the episode? Like, come on, man. Yeah. So that was disappointing from a fan point of view. That was a little disappointing to me. But I think they got away too easily. I think in the Imperial base, when you know your enemies are literally getting away, just scramble some freaking TIE fighters and you go after them. You don't just let them escape. Like I mentioned before, in Mandalorian Season 2, Mando and them go into an Imperial base and they're chased by stormtroopers in the base. TIE fighters are coming after them outside the base. And they have to literally shoot them down. And then there's the stormtroopers on the speeder bikes. So that's 3 sets of enemies going after them. And those aren't even, none of them are even Jedi. So what do you think they should do when a freaking Jedi is in their base? You send all hands on deck. And they have like no security there. Everyone is walking around the hangar. Kenobi's just waltzing in there and gets the kid, trying to sneak her out under his little stupid jacket. And no one takes notice of this. No one. Ridiculous. Like, you tell me no one noticed him? Even the freaking Inquisitor chick standing right there. Tell me she didn't recognize him. And then Vader shows up and is like, oh, I told you, I warned you what happened if you let him get away again. And instead of crushing her like a bug, he lets her go. Something that Vader would never do, by the way. Especially at this point in time. He was choking out mofos in the original trilogy. He's a failing once. Or just a fist in the mouth. This is a Vader that's 10 times younger. He's in his prime. There's no way he would let someone get away with this. Least of all an Inquisitor. So that was kind of stupid. So I think that could have been handled better. I'm hearing that the writer for this show doesn't understand Darth Vader. It's kind of interesting because why the hell would you hire them if they don't understand one of the main characters of this series? I don't want to say it's Disney-fied, but all evidence to the contrary. It's like, defend Boba Fett all you want. The character sucks. But back to Kenobi. So I'm kind of concerned about the next 2 episodes. And another problem is that this episode is way too damn short. It's only 30-something minutes. Not even 40 minutes. I'm like, are you shitting me? I looked at the thing on Disney Plus, it said 38 minutes. I'm like, you shitting me? 38 minutes? What the hell are you gonna accomplish in 38 freaking minutes? This episode should be an hour long each. Can you imagine how lame the Boys TV series would be if there was like 30-minute episodes? Get nothing done. What the hell is this? So I'm like, what are we doing here? There's extra subplots going on at the same time. And then the episodes got shorter and shorter. And can't get nothing done. No damn 30 minutes. Shit, Miss Marvel had a longer episode from here. I'm not really sure about that show right now, but I'm getting kind of concerned for Kenobi. I really am. The show is such a great start, and the cracks are showing. Trying to hang in there, but you know. I'm not saying she should have stayed on Tatooine or anything, but it's the tricky part with A, with prequels, and B, with this time period in the Star Wars universe. This is why I started getting a little nervous the closer we got to the premiere of the series, because I'm like, well, you can only do so much in this time period. What was it, about 10 years? 19 years? 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, 9 before the original Star Wars. And I almost feel like the show has accomplished almost nothing. I'm like, what is the end game for this show? Is Leia going to be captured in every episode, or are we going to have a second season? I mean, it was cool seeing Kenobi start to get his groove back a little bit, but the moment he ignites a lightsaber, every Inquisitor on that base should know exactly where he was. You don't... yeah, one little Imperial droid there. I get there's budgets and all that on TV, but still, you gotta make it have... You gotta have it make some kind of sense. You got a freaking Jedi running around the Inquisitor base. Everybody should be on alert at all times. So I don't want to bring a Fallen Order, but Fallen Order, I'm going through waves of enemies. Because crazy-ass Trilla is luring Cal to the center of the base to take him out. She knows he wants something she has. All they got to do is have Leia be the bait for Kenobi, surround him, and interrogate him. Very simple. Okay. I know Disney has to make it so complicated, you know? It's like, seriously. Guess we'll see what happens from here.